It's never been easy to get a woman to open up to you. Have you ever thought how to get past a woman's defenses and into her heart? Imagine you are going on an adventure, and your goal is to find the key that will open the heart of the woman you care about. To do this, you will need special keys. Stoic thought teaches us to be patient, honest, and wise. These rules will not only help you understand how women think, but they will also make them see you as a strong and trustworthy man. By following the 9 useful tips in today's video, you will not only learn more about how women think and feel, but you will also become a trustworthy friend and ideal partner in their eyes. Get ready for an exciting journey where you will learn how to get women to open up to you, leading to real and meaningful relationships. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and on for alerts so you don't miss any more interesting videos. Allow us to begin. Making a safe place is the first step. Making someone feel safe is important for them to open up. This means not only hearing the words, but also knowing and feeling what the person is saying. When people feel safe, they're more likely to share their deepest thoughts and feelings. If they feel judged or in danger, they'll hide who they really are. One of the most important Stoic principles is not to judge. It's important for someone to know they won't be judged when they tell you something. Criticizing someone's ideas or experiences can make them shut down and protect their DA. No one should be afraid to talk about private and touchy issues for fear of being judged. Taking notice. It takes courage to talk about personal things like mistakes in past relationships or insecurities. It takes courage to be open and honest, so it's important not to judge. Realize that just choosing to share is a big step for someone. From a Stoic point of view, we must accept that everyone has a history full of mistakes and flaws. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, often told himself that no one is perfect, and that understanding and empathy are very important. So when someone says something that makes you feel bad, stay cool, and remember that listening fully is part of the process. Your job isn't to judge them. It's to give them a place to talk where they feel safe and understood. Sometimes what they have to say might be hard to hear, like apologies or confessions about past relationships. Stoicism guides us to understand that everyone has a past and that not everything will line up with our beliefs. Being aware that everyone makes mistakes, some bigger than others, can help you create a more caring and understanding place. It takes more than words to make a safe space. It shows in the way you act and respond. Don't cross your arms and keep your body language open. Also, keep your stance relaxed. Nod to show you're paying attention, and make eye contact to show you're interested. Your facial gestures should show that you understand, especially when you're having a tough conversation. It's important to be supportive and not judge others. Your responses should be thoughtful and helpful, instead of jumping to conclusions or giving advice without being asked. And recognizing their feelings by saying things like, "I understand this is hard for you," or "Thank you for trusting me with this," can make a big difference in how safe and valued someone feels. To sum up, making a safe space means making someone feel safe enough to be vulnerable by not judging them, and practicing empathy. When you show empathy, you embrace the Stoic values of compassion and understanding. This not only makes your relationship stronger, but it also leads to deeper, more important conversations. Number 2, it builds trust and respect so that both people can learn and grow from each other. Stay away from unwanted advice. Giving advice is good, but if you do it too often, it can become a bad habit. One of the most important Stoic ideas is that you should know when and how to give advice. The main rule is that you should only give advice when it's directly asked for. If not, it's best to keep your thoughts to yourself. Can be annoying to the other person, especially women, and feel like they're invading their space. Unwanted advice can have effects that were not meant. Giving her advice all the time without her asking for it could make her see you more as a friend than a romantic interest. In a romantic setting, it's better to listen more and give advice less. Giving too much advice can throw off the balance of a new relationship, so it's best to wait until she asks for it. Also, giving advice without being asked isn't always as helpful as you might think. Here's the truth. It's easy to give advice, but hard to follow through on it, even if you mean well and think you know what's best for her. If you make these ideas without being asked, it might come across as rude. It might look like you're not really listening or value her opinion, which can make her feel like her thoughts and feelings are not taken seriously in Stoicism. People stress how important it is to listen. To really understand someone else's point of view, you have to be patient and not rush to solve problems. By listening carefully and not rushing to solve problems, you show respect for her experiences and points of view. This not only builds trust, but is also important in any relationship, because even good advice can go wrong. Life is complicated, and what works for one person might not work for another. If you give her advice without being asked, you run the risk of suggesting solutions that might not work for her specific situation. This could make her angry or even hurt your relationship. Instead of giving advice, try to be a supportive listener. Ask her open-ended questions like, "How do you feel about that?" Or, "What do you think your next step might be?" to get her to talk. These questions show that you care about what she has to say and offer support without forcing your own ideas on her. Is taking a Stoic stance. Being wise and humble means admitting that you don't know everything. Respecting her ability to run her own life by giving her a safe place to talk without worrying about getting unwanted advice. You create an atmosphere of trust and respect between two people so that you can build a better, maybe romantic relationship. Don't give her advice she hasn't asked for. Instead, focus on listening, understanding, and supporting her on her trip. This not only supports Stoic ideals, but it also helps build a stronger relationship based on trust and respect. Number 3, the strength of messages that aren't said. Unspoken signs can be very strong, especially when you're trying to get closer to someone. It may seem simple, but it's not always easy to get it right. Have you ever thought that someone wasn't saying what they really thought or was hiding how they really felt? A lot of the time, this is about how they move. If your body language isn't right, your message could be misunderstood or even come off as rude. From a Stoic point of view, it's important to be honest and consistent in both your actions and words. This includes the signals you send when you're not talking. If our body language doesn't match what we mean, it can lead to mistrust and confusion. For example, if you avoid eye contact or close your arms, it's unlikely that anyone will want to open up to you. To build trust with these signals, keep good eye contact. This shows that you're paying attention and focused on the conversation. Eye contact is a strong sign of sincerity and engagement. It shows that you're fully present and paying attention. But keep in mind that too much eye contact can be intimidating. Try to find a natural balance that shows interest without making the other person feel awkward. A simple, sincere smile can also make a big difference. Everyone sees a smile as friendly and inviting. It can break down barriers and make people feel at ease. Trust, on the other hand, might think that you don't like what she's saying if you look unhappy or displeased, which could end the talk there. Stoicism helps us learn to handle our emotions and reactions by staying calm and upbeat. Make sure people feel comfortable and open to talking. It's also important how you sound. A calm, steady voice lets people know you're ready to listen. Stoicism stresses the importance of being in charge of our thoughts and feelings. For example, speaking slowly and carefully shows that we're calm and interested in what's being said. Your posture is also important. A soft, reassuring voice can make the other person feel respected and valued, and it can help calm them down if they are worried or stressed. Stoicism teaches us to deal with problems with grace, and this shows in the way we treat others. An open posture, like keeping your arms open and facing the person, shows that you're friendly and willing to listen. On the other hand, a closed or defensive posture could be off-putting and make the other person feel unwelcome. It's important to think about the situation and cultural differences when using body language. Some cultures see what's good in a different way. Being aware of these differences shows respect and understanding, which are important parts of Stoicism. Knowing these differences helps you handle talks better. Make harder. If you want a woman to open up to you, your unspoken signs should show that you value honesty and self-discipline. Use your tone of voice, posture, facial expressions, and movements to show that you are genuinely interested. When you do this, you make her feel welcome and understood, which makes her more likely to share easily. Remember that what we do often says more than what we say, and that understanding your nonverbal communication can help you connect with others much more. This way of thinking is helpful in all parts of life, not just personal relationships, and it leads to deeper and more important connections. Number 4. Tell your own stories. If you want someone to feel comfortable opening up to you, you should do the same. Sharing your own stories can help you connect with them more deeply, build trust, and understand them better. However, it's important to keep the conversation balanced. Don't make it all about you. Instead, share a bit about your life to encourage a two-way exchange of stories in Stoicism. Realizing that we all have similar struggles, hopes, and dreams is very important. When you talk about your own life, your struggles, hopes, and dreams, you show that you're human too. This can make the other person feel safer and more willing to share their experiences with you. When you share something personal, like a challenge you've faced and how you overcame it, the other person will often be inspired to share something similar from their life. This back and forth can strengthen your bond. Being honest about your fears, mistakes, or doubts can make the other person more likely to share theirs. It's like telling them you trust them with my story, which might make them more likely to trust you with theirs. Being open about your vulnerabilities works especially well when you talk about your own fears, mistakes, or doubts. For instance, you could talk about a big mistake you made and what you learned from it. This shows that you are humble and gives them a chance to talk about what they've learned from their own mistakes as well. Talking about your hopes and dreams for the future can also help you connect with someone more deeply. By sharing what you want, you make room for them to share their dreams as well, which lets you both support and encourage each other. Just remember not to take over the conversation. Keep an eye on the balance of the conversation. If you're talking too much about yourself, shift the focus back to the other person. Ask them open-ended questions about their life, feelings, and thoughts. This shows that you care about them and value their opinions. For example, after you share a personal story, you could ask, "Have you ever been through something similar?" Or, "What do you think about that?" These questions encourage them to share their own stories and thoughts. Getting more people involved and keeping the conversation fair. Stoic philosophy teaches us the value of mutual respect and understanding. When you share your personal experiences and encourage others to do the same, you help create an environment where trust can grow. This two-way sharing makes the connection stronger and makes both of you feel recognized and understood. In general, sharing personal experiences is about building a bond through openness and vulnerability. It's a way of showing I'm here, I understand, and I'm open to sharing with you. This approach not only follows the Stoic values of empathy and humility, but it also builds a stronger, more trusting relationship. By sharing your experiences over and over again and encouraging the other person to do the same, you lay the groundwork for deeper, more meaningful connections. If you've made it this far, I invite you to pause and share your thoughts in the comments section below, or just type "true" to show your dedication. Your involvement shows that you understand our message. Let's go with number 5. When you're trying to get a woman to open up, you need to be aware of the setting and timing of your conversation. If you follow Stoicism, you know that making the right environment is key to starting a meaningful conversation. This means being deliberate about when and where you choose to talk, making sure that both of these things contribute to an atmosphere of openness and understanding. If you want to have a serious talk, picking the right time is very important. She might be busy with work or personal matters in the middle of the day, making it hard for her to focus on a deep conversation. Instead, try to find a time when she's more likely to be calm and willing to have a deep conversation. After dinner or on a quiet weekend afternoon are usually good options. Usually these times give her a break from her busy day and let her focus on the talk without any outside distractions. Furthermore, the place where you are conversing is also very important. Too many interruptions, like a noisy bar or a crowded public space, make it hard to have deep conversations. Instead, choose quieter, more private places that make people feel close and safe. A cozy coffee shop with a cozy corner, a quiet park bench away from the main paths, or your own living room can all be great places to relax. These kinds of places naturally encourage deeper talks and make it easier for both of you to open up about the whole thing. The mood of the place is just as important as the place itself. Making the area comfortable and welcoming can have a big effect on her willingness to talk about her feelings and thoughts. Shades of light. A clean, comfortable space with soft background music can lift the mood and make the talk more enjoyable and deep. Privacy is an important part of making a place safe for honest conversation. If she thinks no one else can hear what she's saying, she might be more likely to say what she really thinks and feels. Having a feeling of safety is important for building trust, and you can make it stronger by choosing places where privacy is respected and interruptions are kept to a minimum. Beyond the physical setting, you need to show her that you are fully there with her by making eye contact, nodding to acknowledge her points, and responding appropriately to what she says. You show that you are interested in what she has to say and want to understand her point of view. By being aware of the timing and location of your conversations, you create an atmosphere that is open and honest communication. This not only helps to strengthen your relationship, but it also shows the Stoic virtues of wisdom and temperance. By choosing the right time and place for your talks, you can make your relationship better and more connected. This way, your conversations will not only be important, but they will also show that you deeply respect her and the relationship. Number 6. Don't force her in the realm of relationships, particularly when it comes to encouraging someone to open up. Pressuring is the wrong approach. If you try to force someone to reveal their inner thoughts and feelings, you'll likely achieve the opposite effect. They'll close off even more. This is especially true for women. Instead, embody the Stoic principles of patience and understanding. Be there for her emotionally and physically, demonstrating that you are a safe and supportive presence in her life over time. This will help her feel comfortable enough to start sharing her heart with you. Remember, opening up isn't easy for everyone. Some people carry emotional baggage that makes it difficult to be vulnerable, and they may need time to trust you fully. This isn't something that happens overnight. Some individuals might even go through their entire lives without opening up to anyone. Therefore, don't set unrealistic expectations. Don't expect her to magically shed her emotional armor just because of your presence. The Stoic approach teaches us to focus on what we can control and to be patient with what we cannot. In this context, what you can control is your behavior and your patience. Don't stop trying to connect with her, but be subtle and gentle in your attempts. Avoid putting her under any time constraints or conditions, as these can erode the trust you're trying to build. Instead, let your actions show that you can be counted on, and understand this normal and slow process will. For a deeper, more genuine connection, don't force someone to open up. If she feels pressured, she may pull away even more, or even leave you because she feels overwhelmed or misunderstood. Instead, make her feel safe and valued, so she knows she can share her thoughts and feelings without fear of being judged or put under pressure. By following these Stoic principles, you'll build a stronger, more resilient relationship based on mutual trust and respect. It's also important to show empathy and listen actively when she does choose to open up. Sometimes just being there and letting her know you understand is enough. This reinforces the idea that you are a trustworthy and reliable partner. Self-awareness is another thing to think about. Think about why you're trying to get her to open up. Make sure that your efforts are based on real care, not just a desire to get closer quickly. Stoicism tells us to be aware of our reasons for doing things and to be honest by making sure our actions are in line with these principles. You show that you really care about her health and happiness at the end. If you try to force a woman to open up, it will only backfire badly. If she feels pressured, she may leave you or shut down even more. Instead, be patient, understanding, and ethical person. You should honor her trust by keeping secrets and resist the urge to gossip or share information. Being ethical with her is more than just keeping secrets. It means living by the values of honesty and respect. By doing these things, you build trust and make it safe for her to talk to you. This moral framework based on Stoic ideas will clearly help. Forge a deep and meaningful relationship with her to show her that you are someone she can trust. Number 9. Plan activities together. Planning activities together is a powerful way to strengthen your bond and create a deeper emotional connection when you engage in various activities with her. You share experiences that bring you closer. These shared moments are opportunities to build trust, understanding, and affection, all of which are essential components of a strong relationship. Think about the times you've had the most fun or felt the most connected with someone. Often these moments are tied to doing things together, whether it's exploring a new place, enjoying a hobby, or even tackling a mundane task. When you experience heightened emotions in the presence of another person, you naturally form an emotional attachment to them. This process is entirely natural and almost inevitable. Remember that the most profound emotions are often shared when people do things together by planning activities. You're creating a space where you both can relax, have fun, and connect on a deeper level. These activities don't always have to be grand adventures. Even simple things like cooking a meal together, going for a walk, or cleaning the house can foster a sense of closeness. The key is to spend quality time together and enjoy each other's company. Stoic ISM teaches us how important it is to be in the present and enjoy the moment. When you plan activities with her, focus on being fully present with her, fully participating in the activity, and showing genuine interest in the experience. This kind of mindfulness not only improves the quality of your time together, but it also shows that you want to build a meaningful connection during these activities. You can make her feel more comfortable and open with you by asking her questions that make her want to talk. These questions shouldn't be direct or annoying, but should gently invite her to share more about herself. For example, you could ask her about her favorite childhood memories, her hopes and dreams for the future, or what she enjoys most about her hobbies. These kinds of conversations should be woven into the fabric of your shared experiences. By planning activities, you show that you care about her happiness and want to spend time with her. This goes a long way toward building trust and emotional intimacy. Besides, shared activities provide a backdrop for positive memories which can strengthen your relationship. When she looks back on these moments, she'll associate them with the feelings of joy, connection, and trust that you fostered together. These positive associations can make her more inclined to open up and share her innermost thoughts and feelings with you. In some planning activities together is a practical and effective way to deepen your bond, whether it's a fun outing or a simple household task. The time you spend together creates opportunities for connection and emotional intimacy. By being present, showing genuine interest, and gently encouraging her to share, you can help her feel more comfortable and open with you. This approach, rooted in the principles of Stoicism, will lead to a stronger, more resilient relationship built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. As we conclude our discussion today, let's reflect on the intricacies of emotional openness and the journey it entails. It's important to recognize that the process of someone opening up can span months or even years. This experience is very different for each person. For some, it may come easily, but for others, it is a difficult path full of doubts. Being patient is your best trait. It's important to show the right social cues. Always pay close attention to your body language to make sure it's friendly. Unwilling to argue when someone confides in you about their problems, it's important to listen without judging them. Don't give them too much help. Instead, be there for them and be supportive, which will make them want to talk more. Pay attention to where these conversations happen. A peaceful and quiet place can help people connect more deeply. If you've understood what we talked about and are ready to put these ideas into practice, leave a comment below with, "I got this." This simple affirmation will help you on your way to mastering the art of emotional openness for better conversations and insights. Don't forget to watch the suggested movie that's currently showing on your screen. Thanks for watching, and remember that the best way to understand other people is to be patient and caring, self-aware, and make her feel safe and supported so she knows she is valued and understood. By following these Stoic principles, you'll build a relationship based on trust, respect, and real emotional intimacy. Number 7. Congratulate her. Congratulating her on even the smallest accomplishments can be a powerful way to help her open up emotionally. Celebrating even the smallest successes shows that you see and appreciate her efforts, which can be very encouraging for someone who is shy about expressing themselves emotionally. When you're with a girl who is emotionally closed off, you might not know how to break through her emotional walls. Start by recognizing her accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem to you. Praise her for her small deeds and accomplishments, even if they seem insignificant to you. Acknowledging them can have a big effect on her, giving her the confidence and support she needs to start opening up. Stoicism teaches us to enjoy the present moment and see how important small actions and accomplishments are. By following this rule, you can show her that every step she takes is important and should be celebrated. This steady flow of positive feedback makes it easier for her to open up to you about her feelings. It's important to be honest and consistent with your praise. When she knows that you appreciate her efforts, she will feel safer and more at ease around you. Feeling safe is important for being emotionally open. It's important that your praise doesn't seem forced or over the top. Be subtle and sincere. For example, if she finishes a job or does something small, let her know you noticed with a simple, heartfelt compliment. At first, she might only tell you small things about her life, but as you consistently thank her for her hard work, she'll start to trust you more. This trust is built over time through small, meaningful interactions. As she gets to know you better, she'll start to talk about bigger, more personal parts of her life. Also, recognizing her accomplishments reinforces the idea that you are a positive force in her life. Being interested in her life shows that you care about her happiness and well-being. By celebrating her successes, this positive feedback can make her much more likely to tell you how she feels and what she thinks. No matter how small, give her the support and approval she needs to feel safe sharing her deepest thoughts. Be steady, real, and patient with your praise over time. These little acts of appreciation will help build a strong foundation of trust and emotional closeness, setting the stage for a deeper, more meaningful relationship. Number 8. Be honest with her. Ethics are very important for building trust and emotional closeness in relationships. It's important to keep a high level of ethics when talking to someone, especially when they start to open up to you. You wouldn't want other people to share your secrets and experiences with others, or for them to talk about your past behind your back or make fun of your experiences. Of course, no one wants that. So when she tells you her personal stories and secrets, make sure that you keep them to yourself. This is where the Stoic principle of integrity comes into play. Be trustworthy and honest with her, and if she tells you not to tell anyone else about her secrets, do so. It is wrong to break this trust, and doing so can have serious consequences. If she finds out that you told other people her secrets, she will feel cheated and may never trust you again. In Stoicism, being honest and sticking to your values is very important. By being ethical, you show that you respect her and value the trust she places in you. This not only makes your relationship stronger, but it also shows that you're committed to being a trustworthy and honest partner. For more information, see. In addition to keeping her secrets, you should be honest with her in everything you do. If you say you'll do something, do it. Being consistent builds trust, which is essential for any deep, meaningful relationship. Think about how you would feel if the roles were switched, sharing something deeply personal with someone and then finding out they told other people about it. The hurt and betrayal can be profound. Remembering this can help you decide what to do and make sure you act in an honest way with others. Also, it's important to practice empathy and know that opening up takes a lot of guts and vulnerability. Honor her bravery by showing the utmost respect for what she's been through, actively listening and responding with kindness. This will show her that she can trust you to keep her feelings safe and respect her limits. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to be wise and brave. Fair play and moderation. Being smart about what you share and having the courage to protect her are virtues that you can use in your relationship. As an